open up project number 2, you will see that we have quite a few things here for you. This is where you're going to submit it to, okay? The first one is going to be the submission of the project. Once you're done making your Google Slides, you will submit it here. This is the link that will take you to the rubric, which we will go to in a minute. These are links that we have found. You don't have to use any of these if you don't want to, but you can use these links to help you get to some list of females that you can focus on or that you can pick one from. So Black women in mathematics, this is a very long list. That's a long list. I would not go to this list, okay? But there's a list for you that you can go to, and this will give you a long list of females in mathematics. Google search, if you just type in most famous females, we run down 15 most famous females in mathematics, women and minorities in mathematics. So these are all links that you can use to take you to a search engine that we have created for you, okay? So you can use any of those. Don't worry about the stuff down here. This is a list that we are going to keep private. You guys will not be able to see this. This is a list that we will keep private. And when we assign you a person, or when you choose a person, we will write it down there. So if I click here, that will take me here, and this is the rubric. Mr. Pliers?
So for the rubric, I want you guys to pay attention. We're asking you, first of all, to create this project in your Google Slides, because that's the way you're going to be submitting it, and you're going to be using this to present as well. So make sure you use Google Slides. And then after that, you guys will be writing your name. That'll be the first part, writing your name. That'll be your sheet where you yourself are going to grade yourself, right, Mr. Tesson? This is a way that they can grade themselves before they turn it in, right? This is your rubric. And it says there, your project should include the following in this order, okay? First off, your first slide should be your title page, where you must include images, your name, date, period, and the name of the woman you select, okay? With a picture of her, make sure you do that, okay? You can include other images, but for sure you have to include an image of her. And then as you guys can see there, Mr. Teslin is pointing to the points for this particular slide or section. I would call it section because you guys might need more than one slide for different sections, which is fine. Okay, that's fine. But this whole section is worth 5 points. So you can, as you go and do them, go ahead and check them. Check them. Did I do this? Did I do that? Did I do this? Okay, perfect. The second part, early childhood. This part has to do with her life from birth, okay, all the way to things that have to do with parents, siblings, place of birth, okay. When did she die? Be specific, be detailed, okay. And again, don't forget, you must include images again, okay. You must include images. It says 5 facts. Be detailed when you include them. Okay. Then on 3, it's 3 historic world events that took place during the life of that woman. Okay, so that person was born in 1913 and died in 1960. You want events that took place between 1913 and 1960. Don't pick anything before, don't pick anything after the death. If that person is still alive, you can use events that happen up to today. Okay, so make sure you guys remember, and again, give details, details, details. You must include 3 events. 3 events, and they have to be detailed. For number 4, a very important part here. What about her education? Did she go to school? Was she homeschooled? What exactly happened? How did she learn math? Okay, we want details, details, details. 3 facts. Okay, 3 facts for that. On number 5, did she get married? If so, who was her husband? Did she have kids? Give us information about what happened after she got married. Did she get divorced? Did she get married again? How many total kids did she have? Okay. Again, details, details, details. This section is worth 10 points. Number 6, section number 6, occupation or occupations. What did she do during her life? Did she have 1 job, 2 jobs? Was she a professor? Was she a scientist? Was she both? We want to know everything about this person, okay? And again, details, details, details. We need at least two facts here, okay? On number 7, 3 contributions to mathematics. This is where we're connecting math, okay, to the real world. These women applied math in their lives, and that's the reason why they're here. This is the reason why they're part of this huge list of important mathematicians. Something happened in their lives where they used math to become who they were, okay? So here we want to know what happened, okay? What contributions did they do in the world of mathematics so that they became famous? Not just here in the US, but in the world, okay? Again, give us 3 facts and be detailed when it comes to that. On number 8, 2 interesting events from her life, okay? That has to do with not events that happen in the world, but happen in her life. What exactly happened in her life that are interesting facts, events? For example, here, did she have 6 fingers? A pet lion? 20 siblings? Tell us about it. But we want to know 2 interesting events from her life. Again, give us 2 facts and be very detailed. You can give us more than 2. You can make it 10 if you want, but at least 2, okay? Your section number 9, bibliography. For the bibliography, we want to know where you got your information from. What sources did you get this from? If you're using websites, we want to know the URLs, okay? Tell us where you got them, the name of the source, the URL, okay? When did you get this information? Was it March 25th? Okay, make sure you post that, March 25th, okay? And one thing I want to remind you guys, for all of these, you need images. So make sure you include images on everything, that every single section, we want to see images on every single slide you present. You should have images. The last part, okay? This is not a requirement. However, if you want to get 5 extra credit points, the only thing you have to do is select a minority to get these 5 extra credit points, okay? A minority, what does that mean? Well, a person that's non-European descent, okay? She could be Chinese. She could be Native American. She could be African American. She could be from anywhere, right? But non-European descent, okay? If you do that, you get 5 extra credit points. Your total points you can get, if you get everything, will be 100 points plus those 5 points, for a total of 105 points, okay? If you do the extra credit. If not, then you can get maximum of 100 points. Don't forget, as you guys use this rubric, check yourself. Did I submit this? Do I have images? Do I have at least 3 facts, 2 facts, 5 facts? And you'll know what grade you're gonna get, okay? It's that simple. If you do everything we say, you will get all this. Now, when you create your Google Slides, I'm gonna be letting Mr. Tesfom show you. What is it that we are looking for? Because we don't just want a plain slide. Mr. Tesfom is gonna take it from here and show you what we want.
Okay, so as you guys can see here, this is a presentation. You want to make it eye-pleasing. That's why we are asking of images from you guys. Don't just give us list information. That's like reading a book. I don't want to read a book. This is supposed to be something that's going to catch my eye and give me some information. So as you can see here, this is an example of something really nice, eye-pleasing, and at the same time, information. So as you can see, what we required: image, name, period, and so on. I'll minimize that so you guys can see the period there. But this is, it has all the information, plus on top of that is color behind it, some images around it. As you can see, there's an image of the person, but also other images. So vital information stats, this is, we renamed this at early childhood. So don't let the title fool you. This is still the same thing. When the person was born, where were they born, a little bit about them, when they died, and so on. So and images. Always include images. It needs to be eye-pleasing, okay? So this is a very good example. A lot of people in the past have chosen to use 3 different slides for the 3 different events of world history. That's fine. Some people have tried to condense everything in one. Sometimes it gets a little too wordy, too much information for one slide. So it's okay to separate out the different events in the history to 3 slides if you need to, or even more. We're not restricting the number of slides you can use, okay? So education here, as you can see, nicely presented. Oh, education, I've had some people in the past where they say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna have a different school logo, like for the college and then the post-college. Some have had like PhD, so 3 different colleges. So it's okay to include more, okay? Marital status, if you can find images of the family, even better. Their husbands or kids. And then 3 contribution in mathematics. If they came up with an equation, something that advanced mathematics, by all means, include it. Okay, include an image of it. And then 2 interesting facts. And last but not least, bibliography. This is a very good example. Okay, could it be better? Yes, by all means. Anything can be improved. Okay, we want to give you a couple that have good information, but they're plain. As you can see, this is so plain. Like, we want to see something that's going to be eye-pleasing, okay? Something that's going to be eye-pleasing. But you got to be careful also at the same time, as you can see here, they're using a background as an image, but then the writing kind of runs into it, so they made it white. Not very professional looking, okay? So don't do something like this. So again, it kind of takes away the aspect of the presentation, okay? So be careful when you're presenting. Now this is nice. They have a background picture, and then they have the words in a different color, so you can it stands out, so you can look at it. This was a nicely slide. Okay, so we just wanted to show you some things that you can improve on, some things that are really good. All right, Mr. Plaz, anything else you want to add on these examples here?
Make sure your background, as Mr. Tesfam said, allows you to see your writing, okay, whatever words you use there, like that. Just make sure we can see it, right? You're going to be presenting it. The other thing I want to start telling you is, if I were you, I'd start thinking about women that I want to research. Don't wait for us to show you the list. It's open to anybody you want to research. That's my only thing, Mr. Tesfam.
Correct. Don't wait to the last minute. First come, first serve. If someone comes and says, hey, I want to do so-and-so. Yes. But if someone comes a minute later and say, hey, can I do so-and-so? Oh, too late. It's already taken. Okay, so we'll give you until Thursday. By Thursday, we want a person. But if you want to hit us up beforehand, email us or something. Be like, hey, you know what? I want to choose so-and-so. Let's talk about it. And then when we ask you for a name, give us 2 to 3 of them, so we can look and if your first choice is taken, we'll give you the second choice. Okay. Anything else, Mr. Pelaez?
Nope.
That's about it, guys. This week was a little longer, but we told you there's a lot of information we want to get across to you guys, and especially the project. Now, remember, you have 3 weeks to do it. But don't wait to the last minute, okay? You could do a little bit at a time. That is it. Have a great week, and we'll see you guys in class.
Bye, everyone.